Greetings, dear friends. Happy Monday to you. I trust you had a lovely, nurturing, restful weekend and are all ready for this new, auspicious week ahead. Here we are with our usual Monday check-in and our inner compass forecast session. So just feel into how are you feeling? Right now, today, we are halfway through what's known as the eclipse doorway or the eclipse window. And this is a time of really assessing and shifting and letting go that which does not serve the highest level of you, the true essence of you. So here we have the halfway between the eclipse window. So it started last week with the lunar eclipse, and then it will close next week with the partial solar eclipse and the new moon. So the lunar energy that we're being affected by this week is by the this is an interesting one actually. my voice is going because it's the last quarter phase of the moon in the sign of Gemini. And Gemini is all about communication. That's why I giggled about my voice going. So this is such an important time. So not only are we halfway through this very pivotal letting go of karmic bonds, of ancestral pieces that don't serve us anymore. This is a really big piece of allowing ourselves to just assess and let go with gratitude, with appreciation, that which no longer serves. So this could be reassessing, what words do you use? What intentions do you set? What kind of connections do you have with your friends and your family and your tribe? Because when we do this, there's going to be some connections that we have that don't light you up, that don't uplift you, that don't feel in resonance with who you're becoming. Now, this doesn't mean that there's anything wrong. It means that it's time to really come in and connect with what's right and true for you. Of course, when we talk about communication, all communication starts internally. What do you think about things? What do you think about you? What kind of thoughts are repeating? And is it time to say, thanks, I don't need that anymore? So really, really pay attention to what environments, what situations, what connections are lighting you up, are lining up with what's right for you. And where do you need to start saying, I need to reassess some boundaries, or I need to just retreat a little bit. And so again, with the communication, how do you speak and receive the guidance through you? Head, heart, and higher self. There feels a really strong request or inspiration here for us to really create the dynamic so that we do receive that communication, that guidance, that inner compass connection that's actually there. Are you listening to it? Are you following it? Are you allowing it to help you navigate your choices and your situations and things of that nature? So that's really, like I said, very powerful energies. If anything that I say on these sessions confuse you, discombobulate you, trigger you, or you need a wee bit more support or reflection or information, just put it in the comments below or message me directly. The intent with these sessions is to really help you immerse yourself fully in the fact that you are a powerful creator and that you do have the wisdom and that the balance and the ease and the flow is right here. We just need to sometimes shift our perspective. Shifting our perspective is a nice segue into the first deck of cards that I use for these sessions is my letting go guidance system. So of course, when we're reviewing and looking at communication internally, communication externally, there will always be things that say, that's not actually quite vibing for me anymore. So let's see, where can we turn our focus? with appreciation, with authenticity. Where can we turn our attention and say, see, what can we let go of that will allow the forward motion, the stepping into the closing of this eclipse window energy? This is very pivotal spiritual evolution energies that we are in at the moment. Oh, this is a good one. This is actually a very interesting one. So what we're guided to let go of is caring what others think. Such a powerful one. Caring what others think. Sometimes we can stay in situations, in relationships, in groups, in environments where we think, oh, I should. Watch your language. Where do you feel like you should stay or should connect with this person? That's a red flag because it's going against your own sacred nature. So sometimes we can censor ourselves based upon what we think other people think about us. That doesn't serve you. And it's time, maybe it's time to just let that go. I saw a meme recently on Facebook, which really landed, and maybe it needs to be said here too, is that sometimes when we get too caught up in caring what others think, it's because we feel that we need to explain or appear a certain way. So the meme that I saw basically said, you are not responsible what other people think or are holding on to in a past version of you. You know, so if you thought a certain way and somebody said, okay, that now I know who that person is, and yet you've evolved and become more auspicious, more connected, you're not responsible for what that person or those people think of you. So how can you step forward with confidence, with ease, with flow, head, heart, and higher self? Remember, I just said that. That's that connection. You want to really align. That's your divine trinity. Your head, your heart, and your higher self. Are they communicating and guiding you and supporting you in your best way? Not my best way, your best way. And so, oh gosh, this is interesting too. Very much in alignment. I just pulled the tarot card for this session, and it is the 10 of Wands. Such a pivotal piece. The 10 of Wands signifies it's time. It's time to put down that burden, those shoulds, those expectations, because it's a choice. So are you choosing to carry forward things that aren't really aligned with your heart energy, with what feels right, with what's aligned with the truth of you? If you've watched these before, you know that that's the whole reason, and the undercurrent of these inner compass forecast ideas is to really help you get in touch with your inner truth and follow that. That is actually every one of us. Our purpose here is to really get in touch with who and what we truly are. Who and what are we here to serve, to guide, to be of support to, but we do that by becoming very, very clear on who we are, walking forward with our truth and shining our light and sharing our authentic gifts. We all have gifts and quirks and talents. This is time. It's time to step up with confidence and let go of maybe inherited or ancestral or what the shoulds. It's time to put them all down and clear out expectations and agendas and get in touch with what is your truth and move forward. Walk forward with that. That is what every one of us needs to be focused upon. And can you imagine if we all start to do that? There's this real sense of elevation, real sense of harmonious connection. So finding your truth, finding your rhythm, finding access to your inner compass. I trust that makes sense. Hope it makes sense. If it doesn't, and you need some more guidance or support, just let me know. But now we're going to get 3 of the Intuitive Whispers Oracle cards here. I really like using these. We've actually been having some repeat messages, so I was intrigued to see what happens today. Oh, that one came up last week, I think. Oh, good. Only one we got repeated. But this one is a very important one. Like I said, I think this came up last week, and it's stop pushing and striving. You know, when we look at that letting go and the recalibration and checking in with our own communication, our internal and external communication. Like I said, really watch for when you think or say I should, because that can actually be really informing you of I'm saying I should because that's part of this pushing. Maybe it's time to just say, I want to allow it to flow. The divine nature that's flowing through us, sometimes that means I don't know the step to take right now, so maybe I just need to sit and allow, or journal, or pull some cards, or go for a walk, or just trust I am in the right place at the right time. You are in the right place at the right time. We all are. And, oh, that's funny. That's funny. It's intuitive journaling. I did some of this yesterday myself, actually. Intuitive journaling would be a really, really powerful thing to do with this energy that I said about being halfway through the eclipse window, as well as that Gemini from the last quarter phase of the moon, which we are sitting in right now. That's the communication, allowing it to just flow and not get caught up in the dialogue in your head. And if there's a lot of chatter in your head, maybe there's a piece that needs to just be, let go, do a brain dump, and then just allow what comes through you. And then gift yourself. That's such a beautiful one too, with this whole energy, is gift yourself with the truth of you. Gift yourself with the finding your authentic nature, your authentic flow, your rhythm, your way forward. It's there. We need to listen more. That's actually, as I say, listen more. That's part of communication too, right? Communication is not just speaking out the words. It's hearing, and hearing the guidance from your own self also. Okay, take a nice deep breath. There's a lot of energy here. There's a lot of powerful guidance here. We just need to flow into it and trust it and trust ourselves. So take a nice deep breath. I'm just about ready to send you off into this week. But like I said, we're going to pull one of these, the Liberate Your Inner Truth. And like I said, that's what we're all doing here. So let's see what wisdom comes up for this week. Perfect. And the card that's come up for us is I am reflective. We are all reflective. And so this is when we get really in touch with our own inner and outer communication. We can actually recognize that a wee bit more. But let me read this out to you. I recognize that qualities I see in others are simply a reflection of what's within me. When I see the things I like in a person, I have a look within too. In this way, I share and shine my light. That's a beautiful one to remember. Oftentimes we can get too caught up in the negative things that we see in others and think, oh gosh, I have to fix this or I have to work on this. But the things that you like in others, that's there too. And that's a beautiful, harmonious way to get in touch and communicate with your head, heart, and higher self. I wish you a superb week ahead. Like I said, if you need any further support or guidance, just let me know. Much love to you. Thank you for watching, and I'll be back again with you next week.